Greetings, little followers of the First Order. My name is Cobra22, and welcome back to another 100-point squadron build for Star Wars X-Wing miniatures. In this series, we take a look at 100-ship squadron builds and discuss the competitive viability in the Star Wars X-Wing miniatures game. Today, we're looking at a build that I personally think is one of my luckiest builds. Anyway, reason for that is the name of the build is my Lucky 7's build, because all of these ships have a pilot skill of 7. We have 2 A-wings piloted by Gemmar, Sojan, and Jake Farrell, and we have a B-wing piloted by Keyan Farlander. Three of my favorite pilots to field in a game. The idea behind it is the A-wings are kind of like just distractions, especially Gemmar. He's just there just to screw around with everyone, be like, hey, look at me, look at me. Jake has a bit of a bite to his arsenal, and so does Keyan, but mostly Keyan is the one that's going to be doing the long-range sniping, so to speak. That said, let's look at the squadron we've got going on here. So it's a as you can see, you got all pilot skill level 7 ships. Gemmar says he has a 5, but thanks to Veteran Instincts, that's become a 7 now. So all these ships are able to move and activate pretty much on the exact same time, so you can choose whichever one you want to activate first. That's inconsiderate of them. Anyway, let's start with the heavy ship with the build and move on to the interceptors. My personal favorite B-wing pilot, Keyan Farlander. Coming in at a pilot skill of 7, he flies the Slain Corporal B-Wing Heavy Assault Fighter for the Rebel Alliance. He has a standard stat line of a B-Wing. He has an attack value of 3, agility value of 1, a hull value of 3, and a shield value of 5. His action bar consists of the focus, target lock, and barrel roll actions. It costs 29 points to field. And his upgrade bar consists of an elite upgrade, a system, a cannon, 2 warheads, as well as your unlisted Thailand modification. His pilot ability reads, when attacking, you may remove one stress token, to change all of your focus results to hit results. So, stress Keyan Farlander out, you change all your focus results to hits. Pretty straightforward. It's an awesome ability, and it basically turns stress into your advantage. For his modification, we've gone with a B-Wing E2. Comes in a squad point cost of 1. It's a B-Wing only mod. It reads upgrade bar gains the crew action icon, so that means the B-Wing is now a 2-seater. For his elite upgrade, I think this complements his ability quite well. We have Opportunist, coming in at a pilot squad point cost of 4. Get this to focus. It reads, when attacking, if the defender does not have any focus or evade tokens, you may receive 1 stress token to roll 1 additional attack die. You cannot use this ability if you have any stress tokens. So straightforward, stress yourself out, you get a 4th die, or you get an extra die, which is extremely useful when attacking with the heavy laser or with your primary weapon at range 1, because that means you get 5 attack dice, and then you can spend your stress for any focus results you get and turn them into hits. It's pretty awesome, really. To help with some action economy, he's also got a fire control system going for him. Come on, focus. And there we go. Fire control system. Squad point cost of 2. It reads, after you perform an attack, you may acquire a target lock. Free target locks every time you attack. That allows you to focus more on your barrel roll or your focus actions. For his cannon, go with a heavy laser cannon. Comes in at a squad point cost of 7, so it's a very expensive upgrade to put on your ship. But the payoff is worth it, really. Attack value of 4, range 2 to 3. It reads, attack 1 ship. Immediately after performing your attack dice, you must change all of your critical results to hit results. So basically you can't score any crits on your initial roll, but if you have your target lock, you can re-roll the dice, and pretty much any result, any crit result you get can stay on after you do your initial re-roll. And then of course with focuses, you can change. With a focus result, you can spend the stress given to you by an Opportunist and whatnot. Just in case, however, you are stressed with Opportunist, or you do like a red maneuver and you can't get rid of that stress, we have, for the crew slot, Hera Syndulla. Coming in at a squad point cost of 1, she's a rebel-only crew. It reads, you can reveal and execute red maneuvers even while you're stressed. So, with Hera Syndulla, sure, you're going to be packing on the stress, but it allows you to be a lot more flexible and a lot more reckless with your B-Wing. So that means you can perform K-turns or hard ones or soft 3s up the wazoo or straight 4s even. You get all the stress in the world, but Keyan, you can either just get rid of the stress with a green maneuver or just spend it with an attack. It's really just, really with Hera, Keyan Farlander's stress is even of less consequence. Now move on to the one of the escorts. One who's got a bit of a bite going for him. We have Jake Farrell, sorry. Coming in again at a squad point cost of 7, he flies the RZ-1 A-Wing Interceptor for the Rebel Alliance. Standard stats line of an A-Wing, attack 2, agility 3, hull 2, and shield 2. Action bar consists of the focus, target lock, boost, and evade actions. Costs 24 points to field. His upgrade bar consists of an elite, a missile, as well as an unlisted tile modification. His pilot ability reads, after you perform a focus action or are assigned a focus token, you may perform a free booster barrel roll. So, whether you take the focus action, or someone gives you a focus action, or a focus token, you can take a free booster barrel. It's basically a built-in push the limit, and it allows him to perform an action that Jake normally can't do, which gives you a lot of flexibility in his maneuvers. For his title, we give him an A-Wing test pilot, coming in at a squad point cost of 0. It's an A-Wing only title, and it reads upgrade bar gains one elite upgrade icon. You cannot equip 2 of the same elite upgrade cards, and you cannot equip this card if your pilot skill fight is 1 or lower. So basically, anything less than a Green Squadron pilot cannot take this card. So prototype pilots, sorry, but you guys are out of luck with this one. For his modification, we go with Autothrusters, which is basically a must for any interceptor class or any ship that has the boost action icon. Squad point cost of 2. The modification reads, when defending, if you're beyond range 2 or outside the attacker's firing arc, you may change one of your blank results to an evade result. You can equip this card only if you have the boost action icon. So only ships with the boost action icon inherently on the action bar can be equipped with the Autothrusters. For his first elite, giving him Wired, comes in at a squad point cost of 1, and it reads, when attacking or defending, if you are stressed, you may reroll 1 or more of your focus results. So this is nifty if you take like a red maneuver or whatever, you get stressed from running through a debris field. At least you have some way to defend yourself. At least you have some way to modify your dice. For his second elite, we've gone with Push the Limit, coming at a squad point cost of 3. It reads, once per round after you perform an action, you may perform 1 free action shown on your action bar, then receive a stress token. So action, second action, you get a stress token. So basically, with this build going on, Jake is able to take 3 actions in 1 turn. You start off with your focus, you take a booster barrel roll, and then you stress out and say like an evade or a target lock, whatever. You spend in that way, and with this setup going, if you have to spend both your focus or evade, you still have Wired to help you, because you'll be stressed. You'll have Wired to reroll your focus results. So you're basically never without any way to modify your dice with Jake. To give him a bit of bite for his missile, rather than go with a Chardaan Refit, I've gone with Proton rockets. Comes in at a squad point cost of 3, attack value of 2, range of 1. It reads, discard this card to perform this attack. You may roll additional attack dice equal to your agility value to a maximum of 3 additional dice. So this thing was meant for ships like the Interceptor, like the A-Wing, or any ship with an agility value of 3 or of 3, because it's basically like a cheaper version of the advanced torpedoes. It starts off with 2 attack, but it gains attack value the more agility you have, up to a total of 3 agility. So yeah, again, this thing was made for A-Wings. Now, with the other guy, the distraction, I suppose you'd say, we have Gemmar Sojan. Coming in at a pilot skill of 5, he flies the RZ-1 A-Wing Interceptor for the Rebel Alliance. Same stat line as with Jake, attack 2, agility 3, hull 2, shield 2. Action bar consists of the focus, target lock, boost, and evade actions. He costs 22 points to field. And his upgrade bar consists of a missile upgrade, as well as an unlisted tile modification. His pilot ability reads, while you're at range 1 or at least 1 enemy ship, increase your agility value by 1. So, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. So basically, range 1 or range 3, you're better off being at range 1 of the person, because you're not going to get just an attack value bonus with your primary weapon. You're also going to get an agility increase. So the closer you are to your enemies, the better you are, really. Because range 3, yeah, you get an agility bonus. You get an agility bonus, but range 1, your agility value goes up as well as your attack, as well as you get an attack value bonus. So, and this is especially useful for going up against turreted ships because, like with Jake, I've also given him Autothrusters. So this is especially handy for dealing with turreted ships or defending beyond range 3. He also has an A-Wing test pilot, which gets him that elite upgrade that he needs in order to make this build work. His elite pilot skill is Veteran Instincts, increasing his pilot skill value by 2. So that means he's now pilot skill 7, like with Jake and Keyan. And he has a Chardaan Refit that gives him a negative squad point cost. So he's just there for, cannon fodder. He gives a bit of a bite, but he's also there as a distraction. And Keyan is a long-range sniper with his heavy laser cannon. So yeah, that's kind of how the build is constructed. I'll return just a little bit to show exactly how the build works. Okay, we got everything all in place. We have all 3 of these ships converging on a VT-49 Decimator piloted by Captain Oikun. or not Captain Oikun, sorry, Rear Admiral Chardaan. We've got Gemmar here taking a focus. We have Jake taking a focus target lock, and he pushed with a boost, or he focused, did a boost to get close. Let's put him in, let's see, he's got to be in range 1 of this, so let's put him a little bit closer. So he's taking a focused target lock, focused boost, and then he took a target lock with push, so that he's stressed. And then Keyan took a target lock, Keyan took a target lock, sorry, that's all he's taken. And then that'll come later. And let's say for this example, Shirinu also has a focus. So, Shirinu's going to get the first shot. He's going to shoot at Jake because he is the bigger threat because of his proton rockets. So range 1, he's going to get 4 dice. Jake is going to get 3. However, Jake is Autothrusters, so he's guaranteed at least 1 of 8. And he's going to spend the focus, turn that into a hit. So he's got 3 hits. Jake looks like he might suffer some damage from this. Who knows? Yeah, he's going to suffer some damage. I'm not going to spend the focus because that's required. I'm going to need that. So Jake loses his shields, which is fine. The shields have protected him. Now it's going to be Jake's turn to shoot. He's going to shoot with his proton rockets, so it only requires a focus token to be on him, not to spend it. So he's got 2 dice, 3 for his agility, and of course Shirinu has no agility to cover for him. Jake has a focused target lock modifier. And I will spend the target lock. Roll that blank. And we've got, look at that, 4 hits and a crit. So all of Shirinu's shields are gone. He suffers a crit, which is weapons failure. His primary weapon value is decreased. And Jake still has a focus for whatever he needs. Now it's Keyan's turn. Keyan's going to shoot. He's going to shoot with his heavy laser cannon. He's going to stress with Opportunist to get an additional dice. So like with Jake, he's also going to get 5 dice. And he has a focus, and he has a target lock, and he also has a focus. You could stress to work with. Alrighty, and I will spend the target lock to reroll the blank. I have a crit that stays because it's a reroll, and then I spend the stress. That becomes a hit. So that's another 1, 2, 3, 4, and the crit is damage sensor array. Cannot perform actions. So altogether now, Shirinu is taking quite a beating. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's down to 6 hull points left now. So he's more than halfway done with his health. Now it's Gemmar's turn. Gemmar's going to get a range 3 shot. A range 1 shot with a focus modifier. And he's going to spend the focus to turn those to hits. For another 3 hits onto Shirinu. 1, 2, and 3. Now Shirinu's down to 3 hull. He's practically done. I mean, there's no way he can recover from this. But yeah, that's how the Lucky 7's work. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Any constructive criticism is greatly appreciated. If you like, you may use this build for any competitive or casual play, or you could tweak it or revamp it to your own specifications. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your continued support. And remember, my loyal followers, the dark side will always be with you. Glory to the First Order!